Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, we talk about all things fandom on this channel, and we talk about it in a positive way. If that's something that appeals to you, you've come to the right place. We're so happy you stopped by to join us today, because today is Valentine's Day, and there is a Valentine's Day movie that has been confirmed that we have to talk about. So let's jump right into it. Alright, so you may have heard of the movie Hard Eyes. It came out and it had a sort of modest success. It was a comical movie, but it was also a slasher movie and a horror movie and somewhat romantic. You can't argue all that with this movie. Now, whether you like the movie or not is an entirely different thing. I didn't go see it when it was playing in theaters, but I did end up catching it on Netflix, which is why the news that it is getting a sequel is sort of exciting. We've been hearing these rumors, but at least now it seems like it is more confirmed to be happening than ever before. And Hard Eyes 2 is something that I think would be exciting. It is something that I could see happening, and it does seem like one of those franchises that would go on forever with slightly different killers. And I don't dislike the idea, but this has been something, like I said, that has been rumored for a while. And the original movie holds a 78% on Rotten Tomatoes. It grossed 33 million nationwide against an 18 million budget. So it was a success. And so a script is already in place with Ruben returning to direct. And this is what the filmmaker told Variety all the way back in February 2025. You could replicate the structure of any great rom-com. From His Girl Friday to Defending Your Life, you could drop Hard Eyes into the center of that story and have him flash and slash about. That's what's exciting about this. There's an opportunity where we could have whoever the filmmaker was, certainly I'd be interested, genuinely trying to create or replicate that rom-com or the feeling of Bridget Jones or Love Actually or what have you. But actually have those people terrified by this psychopathic killer. He went on to add that this has the potential, this concept has a potential for a long life. But now, the trick becomes, Ruben explained, how can we balance the fun new toys and the gore with a tale about two people falling in love or even on the outs that you actually care about? That's the real success of this film. If it's landing with anyone, and it's landing because these two have chemistry, and really, the whole ensemble does. That's going to be the trick. If you don't have that, I think you're dead in the water. Now that presents kind of what we know about this franchise, what we actually have seen them do. But then they have been talking ever since the first film about doing a sequel. And filmmaker Josh Ruben has gone on to say that he is looking to change all that with a sequel to his gory Valentine's Day offering, which made quite a splash when it hit theaters last year. Co-written, of course, by Happy Death Day master Christopher Landon, that film followed the two advertising professionals played by Olivia Holt and Mason Gooding. Now, they find themselves mistaken for young lovers by the Hard Eyes killer. And Hard Eyes for them seemed to be sort of a passion project, if you will. They seemed to really enjoy making that movie, and it showed. Basically, for them, it was like bringing Jason or Freddy into some sort of mix. It was this idea to give this holiday, Valentine's Day, its own horror movie series. And it wasn't a bad thought. It has been done a few times before with My Bloody Valentine and its remake. But I would argue that My Bloody Valentine is a classic already, and if you haven't seen the original, you do need to check it out. My Bloody Valentine, the remake, I personally do like it. However, I know a lot of people that really don't like that movie at all, even though it had a 3D vibe to it too. They did this whole 3D marketing. I actually got to see the movie in 3D. I enjoyed it. But it's not one that I can watch over and over and over again. So you get something like Heart Eyes. And Heart Eyes was a surprise hit. It was one that was sort of endearing in a way. If they could duplicate what they did with the first movie, then this very well might be a franchise that I could see myself watching every year. They need that one good extra film to really get me interested in watching it every year. As a standalone, it's okay, and it is enjoyable. And if you haven't watched it yet this year, and you're looking for that horror movie vibe or that horror movie marathon, pair that with My Bloody Valentine and a couple other movies that I could recommend. But, just look at your horror movies that are Valentine's Day related, and you know that there are a couple. Pairing this one with them, it fits right in. And that's why I'm excited about the idea of them doing a sequel. Because never before, even when you look at the other movies, have we had a franchise of horror movies built around Valentine's Day. And why not? I mean, if Halloween gets its own, if Christmas gets its own, if some of that stuff can get its own holiday movies and have sequels after sequels, then why not Valentine's Day? After all, there's nothing like sitting in a movie theater with someone you love or sitting down and watching a movie with someone you love. And it's a great vibe to have, to watch a horror movie on Valentine's Day, get close, if you're not into the rom-com thing. Now, there's nothing wrong with a good rom-com. What separates Heart Eyes from the rest of them, however, is that they do lean into that rom-com vibe as well. So, yes, it is sort of that nice movie that bridges the gap a little bit between rom-com and horror. So I could see even someone who's not a true horror fan, who doesn't like these slasher movies, possibly even enjoying this movie a little bit. It's sweet, it's nostalgic, and the sequel does excite me because I'm wondering what they're going to do. How are they going to go forward with this? Now that we know they are working on it, and we know that it's going to be done, just not this year, it's interesting. It's something to look forward to. So I thought I would bring this to your attention because I really wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about this, and Valentine's Day is that perfect day. So I waited to do this video until today just so that we could have this conversation. So if you're excited about this movie, let me know. If you're not excited about it, let me know that too. Whatever you're thinking, there's no wrong answer. I want to hear from you guys. How do you think they're going to go forward with this series? Do you think they're going to be more like Scream and have a different killer every time? And do you think that's a good idea or a bad idea? How would you approach this movie if you had to do its sequel? I just want to hear from each and every one of you, so make sure you are leaving me that comment in the comment box below. Make sure you share this video with all of your friends so that they can be a part of our conversation as well. Then if you like positive content, let the algorithm know that by hitting that like button. And if you like our videos personally, you're going to want to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell as well so that you never miss a single video we do. Because friends, at the end of the day, I know it and you know it. Fandom is family.